uh, we want to welcome everyone. Let Fred do the formal introduction, but we've got a special guest who's brought some of her team with us, and we're excited that you're here, Pam Foster, and welcome everyone. And then Fred may want to say a few words of welcome as well.
Hello, Fred.
Greetings. How's everybody?
Great.
Awesome. Hello, Fred.
Good to see all of you. Amy, good to see you. Well, I'm not going to go through everybody, but we're right at the top of the money. We're recording. Just for all of you brand new people, this isn't Casual Monday. I come in straight from the gym. Okay. So, that's my excuse. Brian got dressed up. He's wearing a shirt.
I wore a dress shirt.
I know. It's got buttons and a collar and everything. I used to have one of those when I wasn't a hippie.
These are bees.
Honeybees.
Oh, the beads, man.
Bees.
All right. So anyway, first of all, welcome to all of you. Just a brief little, intro here, and good to see all of you. This group is something that's kind of evolved over this last year. Started as an opportunity to work with a handful of my personal team members. Back when we were making the transition, first acquired from Biosogenics, and then through July that year when we made the final transition, it's involved a couple of different formats. And we use it today as an opportunity for people that don't have the ability to come together as groups and that sort of thing, to work with each other. You may want to mute yourself because somebody's giving us some echo. We're all adults here, so mute yourself if you can. This is an opportunity for us to work as a group. I try to bring a little something to the group every Monday. But mostly as an opportunity to exchange, questions, solutions, and networking amongst each other. Because the number one value, in my opinion, of this group is greater connection amongst a wider range of people. So you've got more stories and more opportunities to be able to have somebody else as third-party validation for a connection call. And so everybody here is welcome. There's a number of people that are part of the regular parts of this group that aren't necessarily part of my organization. It's not a closed format, but we don't advertise it on Facebook and that sort of thing because we want it to be like-minded people here to support each other for our greater good. Now, I asked Pam Foster to be our guest this evening. For those of you that don't know, Pam and her husband Charles, and no offense to Charles, we know Charles is the great supportive person. Pam's there he is. Oh, he's there, live and in print. Charles is great supportive. Pam's the deal. Okay, it's unlike so many people in this industry where the wife gets it going, makes a ton of money, the husband decides to get involved, and looks like my internet's unstable. Have I come back yet? All right, I'm back.
You're good.
And then the husband stands up on stage and says, yes, our business, right? Charles is one of those guys that's willing to say from the get-go, it's all about Pam, right? So anyway, and I actually did a little research here. I want to introduce Pam as a 2-star Golden Circle Crystal Executive. Yeah. How about that? Yeah. I don't even know what it means. But Pam and her husband, as you guys, many of you already know, they made the party, the Fiji trip. They qualified for the Fiji trip, and not by the hair of the chinny chin chin. They were happening, okay? And so I thought it would be really good for our entire group to hear from Pam, and take no offense, I'm not being mean here because I said this to Pam. One of the things I think is so exciting about Pam, outside the fact that she's part of our, the original Zija team, if you will, what's so exciting is she's not 20-something. She isn't happening every single day on TikTok and Instagram and whatever. She's just doing the deal. And I thought it'd be really valuable for all of us to be able to, one, be inspired that one of us did it, and to get a little information from her on what she did. So Pam, I'm going to shut up and give it to you, okay?
Oh, thanks so much, Fred. It's an honor to be here with all of you guys. I just feel like we're all family anyway. So feel free to jump in, ask questions or whatever. I just, it's not anything special about me that you guys can't do either. It's just you have that intent. How many times have y'all heard it said that we need to write it down? Yeah. And I did. I mean, this is the time that when we came in, yay, Kate's got it up there. When we came in and, this last year, I mean, it was tough for a lot of people, right? I mean, we all know that. And then you come into the new year and you're thinking, wow, Zija, and then bam, change, right? And so that hit. And then, and I'm being very personal with you guys here tonight. Some of this stuff I haven't even shared with other people, but we had a year that was, I look at it as my blessing year because we got our son back, and many people don't know that, but his wife, I mean, let's just say if there was a reason not to do something, I had it. And that's why I want to share with you that you can do it through whatever circumstance comes your way when you have a goal and a mission to get there. Because for us, my husband's a photographer for 40 plus years. And of course, with all the pandemic, no one's taking pictures. So our income gone. And then it's like, okay, then we get into the new year and we're thinking, okay, good. And then March hits, right? We're trying to figure out what's happening. And then all the pandemic hits. And then fast forward a little bit further, I get a call. We're coming back from church that day and our son says they're gone. And his wife and child were gone 49 days. We knew nothing of where they were or anything. He proceeds to, I mean, they both had problems. I'm not saying it was one or the other, but he proceeds to put himself, say, Mama, I need help. We've got to figure this out. So in that midst, we're putting him into rehab. He comes out, and while he's in there, he says, Mom, is everything okay? And still nothing hearing from anything with the family. We're one-on-one, at least thank goodness for cell phones. We got to talk at least every day, but then we got to FaceTime him on the weekends on Sunday. And that 49 days of not knowing anything of what was happening or any support for him. And, you can imagine going through that situation. Then we have a pipe burst in our home. This is before the ice flood. Okay. This is the first one. So that flood happens. And if I were to turn this camera around now, I do this on purpose. So it looks like I've got my act together. Okay. But really, guys, I'm telling you, if I were to flip this camera, I'm standing on concrete. We have plastic up everywhere in our home. The whole entire home is gone. We are remodeling everything. And thankfully, my husband does know how to do that. So with me making the money, he's doing all the repairs. I see Kate, look at it. Y'all must have that same little scenario going on. He can do it, right? So I'll go do this while you do that. But, then fast forward, he comes out of rehab. Well, he's calling me. Well, not only once did it flood, but twice it flooded in our home with another thing that happened. And he's calling me, he goes, Mom, is everything okay? I said, oh yeah, no problem. We just had a little pipe burst, no big deal. I am not knowing where he's going. He's coming out and he has nowhere to go. And he's here. Well, where does he go? We have a concrete floor, literally. All of our furnishings from our guest bedroom are now gone into our master bedroom, where they still are. He's sleeping on a concrete floor on a blow up mattress this high, not knowing where his son is, what's happening. And as a mom, I will tell you that was one of the hardest things in my life. And to watch that happening and still going, okay, we got this crystal executive thing we got to hit. So I will tell you, I called our team and I said, guys, I need your help. They didn't know the ins and outs of all that. Now you do. Some of y'all didn't know any of that, right? But I felt like, when the time's right, you just need to share it. And so that's my heart. And luckily he's back with his son now. Wife's still out of the picture, not there at all, but he's moving on, got a job, established in his own apartment. God is so good. Everything's coming forward. But if there were, and then 2 kids had surgery amidst in there also. And then we had 2 hurricane threats. Remember that, where we had to board up the house. So there was a lot going on. But I wrote out, this was the date. On or before 9/20/2020, we will be Crystal Executive. Now, I will tell you, I didn't know how it was going to happen, especially since you can't go anywhere, can't do anything, can't meet anybody. I have nowhere to bring people in the house. Charlene knows that. She's been here. You know what it's like, right, girlfriend? She can wave. But I knew that God knew. And my faith is very strong. Anybody that knows me knows that. And I wrote it out. I put the plan in my passion planner. I'm a firm believer. I'm a teacher by trade. Can you tell? Look at all the goody stuff. Okay. But anyway, I had all the stuff mapped out of how we were going to get there, who was going to do it, when we were going to hit it, who was going to be our top 5 on each side. And lo and behold, I will tell you that on the dates are down 9/16. So we started July, right? July, we came over officially. 9/16, we hit the Elite 40. Remember what the Elite 40 that they had going? 9/17, we hit executive, and 9/20 on the day we hit Crystal Executive. Okay, so you write it out. I will tell you, write it out, guys. But you know, the things that I kept doing every day with the hammering and the loud noise and the sheetrock falling and not knowing what's happening in the house, I had headphones in and I would stay in front of this computer. And this is our living room. I'm in our dining room, which is now my office. So we transformed everything in here so it looks decent. There's the whiteboard, all the stuff's in here, you know, all the stuff that we've got. So it's an office, but you can do anything that you put your mind to. Mm-hmm. And any one of you on here can do this. Mm-hmm. It's having the get up and the not even the how's it going to happen. What you can control is who you talk to, how you plug into your team, how you help everybody leverage. But my main goal every day, my question was, who can I help today? That's what I kept telling myself every single day. I had no control over what was happening in my life with our family, but I did have control over who I could help that day. And that's what I did. That was my go-to. And Fiji, I will tell you, that was a distant dream. It wasn't even on my vision board, guys. It was in the back of my head because with everything else happening, I'm thinking, how could we ever even do that? But I kept thinking, well, maybe. And then all of a sudden we showed up in the top 20 and I was like, oh my gosh, we actually could stay in the top 20. So then I'm like pushing hard. And we did, you know, and so it's like my goal in that time was seeing my husband, because right now he's got this thing right here. You know how you get tense and stress and everything. And the whole time my goal was, okay, I'm going to see my husband laying on that beach together, no stress, for a vacation that he so deserves. And we're going to enjoy that. And I also am going to have the income now, which we do. We had a minimum we wanted to hit, where I can help my son now. You know, we didn't have the income when all that was hitting, you know, the extra income to help or to put him up in a hotel. And and really in a way, I'm glad he was here because it really was a bonding time that I will never get back. And he will attest to that as well if he were on here. And he also loves the BIA and he was using all the products and he's healthy and mentally a lot better too. So, I mean, you know, God is so good. So anyway, I don't know what else you want me to talk about or what I can help with, but I just know that every one of you have what it takes to do what you want. You just have to get up every day and ask yourself, who can I help? And go after it. Help them get what they want.
Pam, I appreciate that you're sharing all of this, you know, personal stuff, because everybody has challenges. Okay, everyone, every single person on this, and my internet is now unstable again. Every single person has their challenges, and I always tell people, all challenges are equal. Okay, all distractions are equal. Now, fact of the matter is, some are more equal than others, right? And you can take that attitude that you do the deal, and the only exception is death in the immediate body. But the things that you've been sharing, you know, most people can't come close to having those levels of distractions and what have you. Those were certainly more equal than others. I think that one of the things that would be very helpful to people is to maybe get a little feel for your daily method of operation. Because one of the things I know about you and I know about Charles is you guys are very focused on your activities and the consistency of effort, the persistency, which, you know, That's the key. You know, I'm an example of that. Okay. I am nobody. Okay. I have very few, you know, talents and whatever, but what I am is a persistent son of a gun. And that served me well over three previous companies, and now in this one here. A little bit of a daily method of operation, I think, would be very helpful.
Yes. First thing is I get up every morning, and I'm a morning person. So I do better in the early morning hours. I can stay up late when I need to, but I function better in the morning. So I do a lot of my emails or stuff I need to get out to people, follow-ups and things like that early in the morning. I also do my Bible study. I'm very much into that, prayer, walk, whatever in the morning. So my focus is where it needs to be, because if I'm not where I need to be, I can't help other people. And so I have to do that. I have my super mix with my ionics in it right out of the gate. And then usually I have a boiled egg. I like to eat. And then I'll have a shake and then a lunch shake. And then usually we'll have dinner together, Charles and I, because by that time, normally he's shutting down enough to where we can connect for the day. During the day, I work in time blocks because I've done videos on time blocks. Y'all are welcome to look at those anytime, but Amy's shaking her head. She knows me. Yep. Time blocks work. And so, you know, if you have the very first thing you need to do, guys, we've been blessed so much with like the Penny app, you know, so, and I also color code. I'm trying to find one that would just really show you guys what more of the day is like. But when you start off, you want to look at what's your day. If you plan your day the night before, you're going to get ahead further. So like, I use what I call the passion planner, and I work in blocks. And so you'll see that sometimes it may be an afternoon block, but that's where I'm doing a lot more prospecting or things like that. I have the activities. I do a Monday morning call. My team knows that. We've always connected on Monday morning. I've been doing that from the beginning. I do 2 power hour calls a week with our team, with our downline, not upline. They know what they're doing, but our downline, just do power hour calls with them to help them drive their business a little bit more. We plug into the Wednesday night calls. You know, we have a Thursday night opportunity call where everybody can come in and bring people if they need to. But during the day, I am focused on my Penny app first, because I want to make sure that there's something about me too. I like the 100% mark off. That's the teacher in me. You know, you got to get it done. But I will tell you, there'll be times when I will sit and I will have my phone and I will do a drill, and I will see how many people I can reach. And we've done this on some of our power hour drills. How many people I can reach out to, and I just go through my phone. You know how you can see if people are on Facebook or they're online, and I will just reach out to them. Hey, hadn't talked to you in a while. How are things going? Just get conversations. When I get into the know of what their needs are and that they need help, or I have something I think I can help them with, that's when I'll go in the Penny app and add them in. But I am real fast on doing the reach outs, the birthdays, sing to people, and I'm blessed. I can sing. That was my major voice. So I do feel comfortable doing that. Some people don't, but you know what? It doesn't matter. If you sing happy birthday to somebody, you're going to get a response back, because even if it's totally off key, because it's like you thought of them and you did something out of the ordinary, right? So those are the things, you know, I'm totally doing the reach outs, and then I'll have a block of time where we work with the team to answer questions or to do things of that sort. But I block in, and this is just something that I learned a long time ago, I block off me time. And that's if someone says, Pam, can you do this during this time? I say, I have an appointment, and I do. The appointment is with myself, with my reach outs, because we've got a big enough team now that I can stay busy all day with team, but I still have to drill and find new, right? I mean, that's the actions of what we do, right? We're helping bring in new people, help them get their needs met too. So you have to figure out what hat it is wherever you are in your business. So there comes a time where you're doing teamwork and you're doing your own work, and you have to do both. And so schedule it in or it doesn't get done. And then my husband and I are doing this, it's kind of he actually did it with some of his guy buddies from his Bible study, but it's taking a 1-minute pause a day. And we'll just walk outside, no phone, nothing, just breathe. and just get outside and get sunshine in and refocus what you need to do. And when you do that, you know, if you're not in the zone, when you're, you know, if you're working part-time and you just have a certain amount of time to do it, that's fine. You can still do that, but you just need to be focused in that time frame with what you're doing. So whether it's full-time or part-time, but it's not sometime, it's every day, do something that leads you to your goal. So every day you're consistent with something.
Oh, Fred, you're muted. Fred, you're muted.
Yeah, Pam, I hope you can hear me. Is anybody else having problems with connectivity and hearing Pam?
Nope.
No.
Okay, then it's just on my end. Pam, I appreciate everything you're sharing. I must be having some real problems with my internet because it's breaking in and out, and half the people I don't even see pictures or their avatars. What I'm going to do is I'm going to back out, and anybody that has a question for Pam should go ahead and speak up right now. Take advantage of having her with us at this point in time.
Wow. Well, thank you so much, Pam. I really appreciate you sharing your personal story, because it really hits it home, like Fred said, that your challenges may have been a little bit more on the 100% side, and so if you can manage to achieve your goals and work through the chaos of your living situation, that's huge.
Thank you.
So thank you for
I didn't know
sharing.
if I heard correctly. Did you say a drill block? Was that the word you used?
Time block. So like
I know a time block, but then you said something about you do drills or something.
Oh, I do a power hour drill with our team.
What is a drill?
Well, I say drill. It's a work it call, basically, where we get on and we just are in the zone. I give activities and we are in motion the whole hour.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if that was a specific, and I was like, okay, thanks.
Pam, can you describe what you mean by that in a little bit more detail?
The power hour, sure. I have kind of a plan before we go in, of course, on what we're going to do that day. Now, sometimes they will have questions, and if the questions need to be confronted first, we'll do that, because this is where I'm helping our personally enrolled downline, right? And so if they're stuck, I want to get them unstuck so that because if they're stuck, they're not going to feel like they can reach out, right? And
you're a really good sergeant, huh?
I'm sorry?
You're a really good sergeant.
Oh, yeah, one of them called me that one time, I think they said. But they actually said, thank you for kicking us in gear. And I was like, well, sometimes you got to smile and say it anyway, and hopefully they receive it in love. But we'll do, I'll say, has everybody done their birthday messages? Okay. And then like today we're going to do I'll give them the language and something like, we're going to do a general reach out to someone that you haven't seen in a while, or we'll do an engagement post or we'll do something that they can have a this or that, which do you prefer? There's just all kinds of engagement you can do with your team to get them to post and feel comfortable, because social media is, guys, that's how we did our businesses last year. We weren't able to get out. And so Zoom platform right here and talking to people and using Facebook and yes, I'm on Instagram, but Fred's right. No TikTok, none of that other stuff. Most of our following is right here on Facebook and then Instagram. And I do that on purpose because Facebook is more my age and Instagram is more the kids I taught age. And I still have a lot of connections with those kiddos. And so I want to be able to do that. I taught 25 years. So there's a lot of kids over there. But yeah, Fred, it's just basically having something, either a script that I will give them to text out, or I will say, okay, who's your newest person that you just brought in? Have you reached out to them and made sure that they downloaded the ISOLife app? It's the things that are step by step that you need to make sure you kind of get by habit. Like we had a new person join today. First thing I did, yay, you got your products. I'm so excited for you. Download the ISOLife app. Next thing, get in the IsaBody challenge. You know, so you're going with them on their next step. So that's one of my slogans. Our team hears me say that all the time, is what is your next step?
Yeah.
Hey, well, Pam, I'd like to take a minute and say congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
And, you know, the ability to maintain your course. And of course, I understand you're a teacher, and Brian mentioned sergeant. Of course, you mentioned drill, and those things go together. So I'm sure you're excellent at that. And again, congratulations for your tenacity and staying the course and making it happen. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Thanks, Ernest. And I will tell you, you know, I know Fred was joking about my hubby, but he is the wind beneath my wing. I'm telling you guys, if he wasn't cooking and doing the cleaning and helping and doing everything else so that I could have, you know, drive this like it needs to be driven, because we were in a time frame where we wanted to hit it with, you know, we had a deadline. And some people aren't there, you know, and that's fine. If they just want to work it when they can, that's great. You just love people where they are. But for someone that's driven, you know, like if you've got people on your team right now that are going for that Leader in Action 20-point club, work with them. I've got those sheets printed out here for all of our team that has told me that they are in, you know, they're going for it. So I'm tracking them as well, helping them hit their 20 points. Because when you help them succeed, what do? They take it down that next level to help their team hit it. And they know they can. But, you know, sometimes it's like, you know, if you're afraid to reach out and help someone, don't feel like you're over helping, because they'll let you know if it's too much. I really feel like we need to give more than enough. Let them feel comfortable and loved with the team that they're with and how we're helping them. And then when they can fly on their own, man, they can fly. You know, we've got leaders on our team that are on here. They're still doing their own thing, but they're in here tonight seeing what can I gather, you know, because we can all learn, right? If we think we can't, we're mistaken.
For sure. And, you know, you mentioned some of those top leaders, and I wanted to welcome Mac McDonald. He's there, and he put a comment in the chat that's pretty appropriate for all of us. So, you know, he was saying, follow the leaders in action and it'll bring you success. It has to be the stepping stones, and that's basically the path. So
it is the path. It is the path, because that's, and track your people when you're in there, you know, because if you're helping your people and you're helping them get there too, that's that column. And then that's the rank advancement that's going to happen. And then you stay qualified. And as you get a new sheet every month, go into your team and start writing in, like I did on, I guess, several of them, but you can write down underneath. This is my old one, so I didn't do it then. But now I'm even writing in, who are my rank advancements? Who am I helping down here? Who are those team members that would, you know, want to do it? And then on the back, I'm tracking even downline, because I don't want anyone to get lost in the loop and not have help. And so I will still, you know, when I'm talking to their sponsor, hey, how is so-and-so doing? You know, and they'll say, how do you know that? I tracked it. I'm making sure that they're not lost, that we are helping everybody feel a part of this.
Let me interject real quick here. I have to run. It's time for me to relieve the gal that monitors mom for me. So my support person is leaving now. Pam, I really appreciate your time and all you've poured into the group, and certainly hope that we'll be able to get you back at another time. I'm going to step away with my thanks to you, Pam, and Kate and Brian. Maybe what you can do is fill in the rest of the team a little bit about, you know, our meeting schedule, the Facebook Messenger group that we use to communicate and that sort of thing. And again, thanks so much. And I'm looking forward to hearing the recording, because I didn't catch hardly any of this, to be honest with you. I'm getting new internet. I'm done with this. So thanks so much, you guys. We'll see you soon.
Thank you, Fred. Thank you,
Fred. Bye-bye. Thank you, Fred.
Yeah, I really appreciate you bringing Pam to us tonight. And well, that's all right.
Oh, he's going to see it.
Everybody else will
review it.
hear it. And So if anybody has any questions, one thing that Fred mentioned was the Monday group. We have a private group chat where we stay connected on Facebook. So if anyone wants to be added, I think I'm connected to most of you on Facebook, except maybe not Hans. I'm pretty sure that I'm connected with Dee and Linda and others. So, and Alan, Cheryl, if you want to be added to that group, just send me a little message and we can get you added. Or if you want to speak up now, and we'll do that. The power of the group is communicating quickly, and if you need a story or a third-party validation, you can put a message out there and see if anybody's available for that. So if you wanted to be a part of that, just let us know. And part of that will also be then we record these Zoom meetings, and so you'd be able to find the Zoom recording on YouTube. It's a private channel. It's not advertised. There's less than 100 people, so it doesn't even have its own name.
No, I have to run off, and I just want to say before I go, thank you, Kate and Brian, for hosting and having such a warm experience. Pam, really special thanks to you and Charles for the wind. I really, just your leadership is exemplary. Your heart is so pure. The energy coming off you is it's like a drink of water in the Sahara Desert. It's just beautiful. And I got some great notes and tips today from you. So thank you. I will be implementing them. I'm so appreciative of you. It was wonderful to see the family. Love these reunions. So thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you, Amy.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Amy.
And Dee, you asked like what time is the meeting? The Monday group doesn't have on Facebook, the private chat doesn't have a meeting time, but we do meet every Monday at this time. It's 5:30 Pacific, and so what is it, 7:30 Central Time, and we normally keep it right to 30 minutes to respect everyone's time. This time we did go over because there was a lot of new people here. So if you wanted to join us every week, it's the same link that you got in here, so you can save the link and connect with us next week as well. So does anybody have any questions or anything else they need to be answered before we wrap it up here?
This is easy peasy for somebody. How do you save the link and where does it save to?
Oh, occasionally we actually put the link both to this meeting here in that group.
Well, but Barbie like often loses the link or forgets where you put it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. If you save it, where is it that it goes to?
I copy and paste it to a note because it's the same, so that way you already always have it with whatever device you may be using. It can be in a computer file if you're on your laptop, or it can be,
I can save it to my drive on a note.
Exactly. Yeah. And so then you'll always have it.
Thanks.
We don't always do this, but we'll sometimes the recording of the meeting will also occasionally post in the group there in Facebook so that you can get right into it from there. Yeah. And then you've got the channel. And so if you just go ahead and subscribe to that channel, because it is actually public, it's just not many people know about it.
Yeah. So you could, subscribe to the YouTube channel to catch the replays if you want to stay connected with this group.
Yeah. And certainly we'll put a link into this one because there's so many new people, and Pam, you just like knocked it right out of the ceiling.
Yeah, it was very motivational, very inspiring, and thank you for sharing all of that you did, Pam. Yeah. And congratulations on winning the trip. We look forward to seeing those pictures on the beach.
Yeah. I'll definitely have the one of Charles sitting there.
For sure.
Okay, well, with that, I guess we'll all say good night and hope we see everyone next Monday.
All right.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night now.
Thanks for having me. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.